They're so self-hatred. They hate their own so much.
New York City, Harlem World, USA.
Self-hatred though. Self-hatred. So
House of Consciousness.
Saying now racism don't exist.
Baba TV.
White people. They pay me.
Sense of the Dawn.
These niggas that I hate.
Mystical America in your area.
And when you listen to the message, and when you see
for my
what's going
people.
on with him and his father, the same man that was kissing him on the lips, you understand that you're dealing with somebody that's dealing with traumatic.
Yeah, it's time.
He's dealing with some kind of trauma. He's dealing with some kind of self-hatred.
I'm just trying to stay sucker free, cause all of these rappers really, they ain't nothing to me. What they speak, they ain't trying to teach. Just like I hear the same thing every day, every week. You got a million, but your thoughts is weak. You ain't teaching nothing, man, when you up in the streets. That's why I laugh at you, turn it into a massacre. Little when we revoking your past back to Africa. You pass a liar, you smoke weed to pass the fire. You niggas sucking on the white man pacifier. All I need is 100 people, don't need a choir. Turn on House of Consciousness, Baba TV always fire. You talk about your people, then they always stare at ya. This ain't no Roman motherfucker, this America. You say you rep your hood and rep it from the government, cause every time you kill yourself, I bet they loving it. And Obama never did nothing for my brother's mamas. And Hillary, you kidding me, this shit is weak. You niggas sweeter than an Arizona tea. Stay tuned to HOK and Baba TV.
You and yours, brother Bluepill Report, live and direct. We are here, Harlem, USA. To my left is the incomparable brother Herman Smalls. To his left is my brother Ty. We are here with another installment of our Godbody Fitness Rise of the Super Consciousness series. You know what I'm saying? How to build a God body. You feel me? We got great receptions on the first one. So we definitely want to come back on part 2, give you some more information. And of course, like we have become known for, give you some demos as well. You know what I'm saying? Give you some live demonstration. Maybe get a chance to interact with some of the people right here in the beautiful streets of Harlem, USA. Alright? So, where we left off last time, we were talking about form. And we were talking about the importance of mixing up different mediums. You know what I'm saying? Different disciplines. You know what I'm saying? But our main focus primarily was on form. All right. So is there anything that you feel is necessary that we have to
just to emphasize and to build on what we did with the first installment of Godbody, form and technique is going to be the foundation of everything we share. And also, like now, we're going to introduce weight training, but we did calisthenics last time. Our brother's going to bring in some breathing and some other exercises. Find an activity that's going to develop you in 3 different ways: strength, flexibility, and endurance. Strength, flexibility, and endurance. Those are the 3 ways you want your body to perform for you. Because the one you neglect is going to be the one to take you out. So be well-rounded. Start slow. It's not an overnight process. You didn't get out of shape overnight. You're not going to get in shape overnight. And again, diet, we don't want to have, because diet is like that short-term stuff. We talking lifestyle here. Okay, get ready for the summer, ready for the reunion, getting married in 3 months. Okay, that's great short-term. You want to live a certain way. You want to feel a certain way all the time. So you got to eat, you got to exercise, you got to rest, you got to manage your stress. These are all the principles we're going to continue to build on. So I want to give my brother here an opportunity to reintroduce himself and just give some more insights for what we're going to do today.
Peace to you and yours. This is Brother Ty. And today we're going to do a little bit of standing meditation, and we're going to do an exercise for this medicine ball called joint manipulation. So I'm going to go through the routine with y'all, and at y'all own leisure at home, if y'all interested, y'all can go ahead and tag along.
Peace. So that's going to be great. You're going to build, do you want to start with me, or how you want to do it? All right, you hold the mic. This is what I'm going to do. I bought some steel. I'm gonna flip some steel. This what I'm asked a lot about my arms, about my biceps. I'll be honest, a little bit is genetic. A lot of guys are genetically, they get some stuff and they don't have to work hard. What I get genetically in the bicep, I don't have in the calves. I should have to go down to my calves. I gotta work for every half inch, every quarter inch on my calves. I gotta work hard for it, but my biceps come pretty easy. This is my bicep routine.
Yes, indeed.
I'm
Bear with me.
Relatively light. These are 20s. The key with hitting your biceps, it's called a bicep first of all because the head is made up of two muscles. Bicycle, two. There is one muscle that you build when you do a standing curl, like this. Now watch what happens when I flip the dumbbell. When I go from here to here, you see how the bicep flips and the forearm, you put a whole different stress on the arms. Or let me roll it.
Yeah, let him see
A
it.
little bit of
Let him see the muscle.
So you can see, now this is the standard curl. Now watch what happens to the bicep. You see how it elongates when I go from there to there? So I do two kinds. I do the standard curl, and I always do high reps, and I alternate because this helps me kick in the cardio. And then I do a hammer. And this is one of the best ways to build a biceps. And before I close out on that, there are certain exercises you got to do together. The biceps and the triceps complement each other. One of the best tricep exercises is the overhead tricep extension, putting your bicep as close to the head as you can get it, going down behind the head and just extending in a slow, controlled motion. So then you got biceps and triceps.
Like I said, we cut our teeth pretty much on this program by pretty much emphasizing form.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you, when it comes to biceps, what is the proper forms? How important are elbows in this particular workout? Should the elbows be inside? Do we let the elbows flare? Are we still getting, you know what I'm saying?
Questions. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
And again, let me demonstrate as I do it. If you're working with a good enough weight, you should feel the work as you come to the up portion of the movement. When you get to the top, when the dumbbells are basically being held vertically, there's not as much stress on the bicep. When you get to the bottom, there's not as much stress on the bicep. So the peak points are right from the beginning, you engage the bicep, and right till you get to the top. Now, on the questions of the elbows, you don't want to have them against the body because then your body becomes like a lever point. So the leverage is allowing you to lift the weight as opposed to your arms being independent. It should be about an inch on each side. Now, this is all bicep. The other mistake you don't want to make, you don't want to get your back involved. Okay. If you're working with so much weight till you have to do all of that, take the weight down, get your form back in place. You want to be able to isolate.
Right.
When you do a curl, all you should be seeing moving is your arms. So I hope that answers. You don't want to go out too wide because then you lose your alignment. Straight lines, not resting on the body, about an inch apart. Go to the top of the shoulders. For me, I like to make light contact with the thighs and then right back up. 1, 2, this is my basic pace. 3.
Okay. Now, can a person, if they have issues isolating, can they put their backs on the wall?
Yes.
For permanency?
That could be a good base. Also, if you got a balance ball, put a balance ball behind you. And that even gives you a little buoyancy that helps and it assists. It will help you get a good rhythm with your curls.
Now, does the same thing apply, like you said, with the triceps? Where should the elbow be on the tricep?
Things with the tricep, what you want to be mindful of, I don't know if you noticed the first time I did it and I didn't mention it. When I came up to the top of the movement, if you can go up with me, Baba. Now, I never lock. You don't want to lock the elbows on this. You go about 90, you can even get 95% of the way. You don't want to lock it. Because when you start getting into locking it, you run the risk of hyperextending the elbow. Some of you know that sensation, they call it tennis elbow, when there's a discomfort right in the elbow section joint, because that's from overextending repeatedly. So controlled, you want to go down as low as you can go, get a full stretch on the tricep, Then you want to extend to about 95%. Bring it down again, all the way down. Elongate the tricep head. Remember, tricep, 3 muscles make this up. Go right up to the top. Keep the bicep next to the head, but don't lock. And it looks like this. 1, 2. Keeping yourself controlled. 3, and balanced. Okay. So those are the best ways. You got biceps and triceps. You will be winning the arms race if you put that in your routine. So when you brothers want to step in and build from there?
Absolutely.
About the weights or...
I think that was definitely excellent demonstration, excellent explanation from my brother how to maintain not only proper form, but like we're talking about in terms of, because this whole controversy about full extension. The brother told you the whole aspect of bodybuilding and muscle building is contracting, keeping the pressure on the muscle. Mm-hmm. So that peak point where you have the traction at, that's where you're going to hold your build. You know what I'm saying? You're going to keep it pretty much here. All of this and everything. And, now is there, because like in my range of motion, I'll do something like a curl and then I'll come up and then hit him. So you can superset as well, family. I think that's what I might want to build on, the whole aspect of combining certain routines. You know what I'm saying? Because like some people, your lifestyle is so hectic, you only got 45 minutes to pretty much knock a routine out. Yes. So my whole thing is high intensity, like the brother always speaks about, short break time, short recovery time, get back into it. Right. So a superset,
And if you live in an urban environment, in New York City, you ain't got a lot of space, most of us. So you want to get a workout in a limited amount of space. You want to be able to superset or even tri-set. Add 2 or 3 exercises that complement each other so you can get it in and get on to the rest of your day. You got to open your business. You got to get to work. You got to drop the kids off to the babysitter. So 45 minutes to an hour is enough to get any good routine in. So, full body even. I'm
gonna show you what a superset looks like.
Yes.
All right. So I'm gonna do the hammers first. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Then I'll do the curls. So hammer up, right? And then you can bring it back down.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Training and condition muscles to perform in different ways for you. Because in real life, muscles have to multitask.
Yeah, so you can alternate either one arm. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or you could do the combination where we're bringing it down. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So there's different ways to do it. I just want to emphasize the whole aspect of utilizing the best available, time that's available to knock out as much as you can do. Short recovery time. Exactly. Keep the tension on the muscle. Right. You know what I'm saying? Knock it out and move on to the next routine.
If I can add one thing to that, I'm going to pass the mic to you. Yes. I would make only one adjustment in the routine you just did.
Okay.
The overhead tricep, especially the double, even with the single arm, you want the elbows in. You never want the elbows to ride out like that because then you bring your shoulders in and the shoulders are doing the work. You isolate the elbows in, so it would be right from here. Perfect. Keeping the elbows in, then bringing it down and just working through the motion. While I have these, another often neglected exercise, you would do it heavier than this, but shrugs. A lot of folks ain't doing shrugs. And a simple shrug is just lifting and then dropping the weight down. And even guys who do shrugs, they don't get to pull at the bottom. Part of that shrug is letting that weight pull all the way down. Because what you do is you elongate this trapezius muscle. Yes. This is the major muscle that supports the neck and the head. A lot of linemen, you see if you watch football, you see these guys, they got traps like this. Because why? They going up against other guys that got traps like this. So you running into a Mack truck. You better have a support system because the neck is the main thing that's going to support the computer. So a neglected muscle is a trapezius. Simply just add some shrugs in your day. All the way up, all the way down. All the way up, all the way down. Now, excellent.
Back again to talking about proper form. When it comes to shrugs, I was told that rotating your shoulder cuffs can potentially damage your shoulder cuffs. So, do you recommend the shrugs where the shoulders are just going up to the ear? Are we holding it while it's up and counting for 3 and then releasing? How important is not only that level of contraction but also negation? You know, actually controlling the lowering of the tension.
If you're just learning it, I would suggest the basic, simple vertical up and taking it all the way down, but a full range. Let it drop to the bottom and all the way to the top. Now, if you want to, get a little jiggy with it and you want to come in forward, rotate back, circular, and then I've seen some guys reverse it the other way. If you do it with good, slow, controlled foam, I don't see a problem. I think a lot of times guys use too much weight. They may have had a shoulder issue before they got to the traps, and they'll agitate something that was already existing. A healthy body, rotating it forward or back shouldn't be an issue, but if you think you've had a shoulder issue before, keep it simple. Go straight up and straight down. That will still hit the trapezius.
Indeed. All right. So I want my brother to step in.
Come on in, black man.
This particular exercise that I'm gonna show, I'm gonna give some demonstrations. I want brother Blue to hold a mic as I'm explaining different things. Either one of y'all can hold a mic. All right. This particular exercise is called standing, and being as though we're talking about proper body function, in internal martial arts, you have to be in proper alignment. So I'm gonna explain to you how to properly stand. The feet could be together. They should separate and go right to where the shoulders are at. Then your knees should be bent right in front of the toes, almost like the hind legs of an animal. This is the proper way to stand. And the top of your collarbone should be rolled up like a bow, and this bottom should be rolled up. Now, 70% of the weight of your feet should be on your toes, and the other 30% should be on the weight of your heel of your feet. Now you are floating now. So now this is the proper way of standing. When you engage in these exercises you're describing, I would suggest to stand like this. You will prevent injury. So now we're gonna do some standing. I'm gonna show what to do as we're doing the standing. Here, hold this for a second. Step forward. The first stance is like this. It's gonna be as if we're holding a tree. I'm gonna press my elbows constantly out, and my shoulders is being pressed out. The back of my hands is flexing. My feet is flexing to the floor. I am breathing in through my nose, out through my mouth, and I'm being completely aware of myself. Awareness is power. Wherever the mind goes, energy flows. So follow all of these instructions and stand with me. You're gonna do it like 3 or 4 minutes. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Be aware of yourself. Awareness is power. Breathe and relax into the posture. Wherever the mind goes, energy flows. Awareness is power. When you meditate, you're supposed to focus on yourself and be aware of yourself. Do not let your thoughts swim all over the place. This is a waste of mental energy. Awareness is power. Relax your shoulders. Relax your knees. Relax your back. Relax your ears. Relax the top of your head. Relax every part of your body into the posture while being aware of yourself. Breathe. Wherever the mind goes, energy flows. Bare minimum, this should be done for 5 minutes at a time. When you do it, make sure that you are being aware of yourself as you're doing it, or you just be wasting your time. You have any questions? Any questions?
Yes. What time of the day is it best to do this, to lock in and to center yourself like this?
There's different times of the day these particular exercises do different things. This particular exercise, standing meditation, is good for standing up to your weaknesses. If you have a problem, maybe you have some bad habits in your life, standing will fix your root chakra. This is an exercise that actually fixes the chakra system. So if you stand enough, you will stand up to the weaknesses inside yourself. This is psychological training, but it's martial. So yes.
What length of time do you suggest a beginner, intermediate, advanced? How do you advance along the path with this exercise?
the longer you can control your mind, the longer you should be able to do it. So my suggestion to people that are beginners, they should start off with the bare minimum of 5 minutes at a time.
Okay.
And then we can add on over time.
Right. Is it pure silence, or if there is a music, or what is the best environment to do it in?
I would suggest natural sounds like being in nature or ocean sounds. You could use music, but on more advanced demonstrations and classes, we could go into greater detail. The sounds of nature will be fine for now.
Excellent. You suggest before meal, after meal, or does food matter?
Preferably before you eat. If you're gonna be breathing deep, like the video we put out prior to this, we would talk about breathing and breathing into your solar plexus. If you're gonna breathe deep, then you don't need to eat first. So, you know.
All right. Pill, you want to ask a few questions?
Indeed. With this particular posture, what muscle group or, what level of body vitality is being built other than the will?
Internal martial arts, and unlike other particular exercises that concentrate on different parts of the body, this is an exercise that concentrates on the total body at once. And internal martial arts primarily is dealing with strength of the tendons and the bones. So this particular exercise, for doing it for many years over time, will strengthen your bones and your tendons. And they use cow tendons to pull trucks. So potentially, what do we have inside of us that we're not really utilizing?
Right. And which discipline does this come from? Is it a Western, Asian, African? What is the root of this discipline?
This particular discipline is coming from Asia and India, but I believe that these are just indigenous children. So this is really our information that we are just being reminded. This particular art was only taught to the royalty in China. So this is our art.
Okay, so again, guys, Godbody, we're going to teach you how to work inward, outward, the mind, body, spirit, the nutritional. All of these points is going to be able to be bought here. So for this segment, I don't know what the next section is. How would you like to instruct them to go or to leave this position? How do they come out of it?
I'm going to close it out now. All right, upon closing, this is gathering the energy, because we built up energy just now. We built up potential. Now we're going to gather it and we're going to lock it in to our dentium.
Wait. I'm sorry. Before we do that, I just wanted you to, because we're saying we're building energy, and we know that any building of energy is breath-based. So just for the audience that are looking, that probably didn't see the first video, are there any breathing techniques? Because you said you wanted them to be mindful of themselves at all times, but where should they be breathing from? We know we said in through the nose, out through the mouth, but is there anything else breathing-wise that we need to let them know about cataloging and building energy?
When you're breathing, you need to be breathing with complete awareness of yourself, and you need to breathe in a relaxed state that's natural. When you breathe, you should not be huffing and puffing, and you should breathe in a total state that's relaxed. So when you try this at home, breathe in a way that is very comfortable for you. And if anything becomes uncomfortable, immediately stop.
Exactly.
Do not force yourself.
And that question on breathing, now I've heard this and even have adjusted my own practice. A lot of the teachers and masters I've studied under, they said look at children when you want to learn how to breathe. The breathing should actually be extending from the stomach, from the center of the body. Like if you see infants, they are belly breathers. We are born belly breathers. Do you subscribe to that in this particular discipline, that is the most ideal way to breathe?
This is absolutely correct. In fact, and with this particular art, they tell you that you can learn so much from the children because they are all the way in the moment all the time.
Yes.
You know, I hear a lot of people talk about the now. If you really want to learn how to be in the now, watch the children.
Yes.
They're always using their imagination.
Yes.
And you can't use your imagination in the past or the future. You can only use your imagination right now. So the most wisest teachers on this earth are our babies.
Yes. And also now children we've been here a while. They are recently from the source. A newborn, they just came from the source. So they're still flushed with it. So they haven't learned language and all these distractions. And the other thing about children, back on the breathing point, when you see a child is distressed or crying, where does breathing come from? That's when you see it all comes up top. Yes. So when I see a lot of people naturally breathing like that, lifting all of this, you're breathing in a stressed manner. You got to bring all of that down, center yourself.
In fact, controlling your breathing is the way that you are able to control your emotions. For all my females if you want to be...
Hold on, how many females you got?
No. All my females in the world, right? If you want to be seen as your queen state, you have to start mastering your emotions. Do not let your emotions master you.
Yes.
But you could become the master of your own emotions.
Yes.
And this is required for all of us.
Okay.
So let me show you how to close it out, because I have one more thing I want to show y'all, and I think the brother's pressed for time. So we've been standing for a while now, right? So we have this energy gathered up. So we're going to exhale, bringing our hands down, but pressing from our elbows and the bottom of my palms. Then we're going to make 3 circles, gathering the energy. 1, 2, and 3. Now the hands come together at the bottom. The thumbs connect. It drops all the way down. Then we lock it into the dantinium area 6 times clockwise. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now shake your hands out and your feet. Remember, standing exercise is to help you stand up to your weaknesses. I guarantee you can have some problems in your life. You do enough standing, you're going to be standing past it. You're going to be standing over it. You're going to be standing above it. But without proper standing, you can't even properly walk. Without knowing how to sit, you can't even stand. So it's levels to how you have to function. So the next exercise that I want to show y'all, it's not even going to be as long as the last one. This is called joint manipulation.
Joint manipulation, guys. And again, we always say, if you have not had a green light given by your healthcare provider, this is information based. We're not suggesting anyone immediately experiment with any exercise being taught. But if you are already in the discipline, you want to add it, and you have gotten the clearance from your healthcare provider, feel free. Okay, now this is joint manipulation.
Now, joint manipulation is basically me flexing all my muscles in my body and rolling this medicine ball in rotation. But instead of me trying to move it from my arm, I'm actually turning my navel first, and my body follows my navel. So as I turn from my navel, my arms and my legs follow. As I turn from my navel, the rest of the body follows.
So the navel is your center of gravity at all points. This almost, because I've studied Wing Chun, this is almost like the center line discipline of Wing Chun.
All martial arts are interconnected with each other. So you always going to see a sister or a brother in your art. Okay, I understand. It all connects. Yes, absolutely.
And guys, this is a 10-pound ball. So that in itself causes the muscles to have to work a little harder to keep everything between his 2 arms. So
now I'm not just flexing my arms, my whole body is flexing.
Right.
My feet are like this on the floor.
Right.
Remember that. This is total body exercise. This is not me just exercising on one part of my body and leaving another part out. This causes confusion.
Yes.
You want to know how to move your body at once. You want power to move in all parts of your body at once.
Alignment.
Absolutely.
And the breathing is naturally in and out during this process?
Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth.
Excellent.
Bare minimum, you want to get strong, 15 minutes.
15 minutes. And do you suggest having a clock and eyesight, or do you set a timer?
You could time yourself. If you listening to like natural sounds, give yourself 15 minutes on the sounds.
Okay.
You could time it. I mean, if you listening to music that has natural sounds in it, 3 songs is 5 minutes. That's the easy way to train.
Yes.
6 songs is a half hour. You know, if you want to do an hour, you do 12 songs. They're all 5 minutes apiece. But you'll be able to break it down where you'll be able to be efficient.
Yes.
Keep your mind on yourself. Be aware of yourself while you're doing this.
Right, and you mentioned earlier, well, to me, before we got on camera, the name of the Grandmaster you studied under?
Roosevelt Gainey.
Okay. And you were with him since you were like 10?
10 years old.
10, from 10 to now. You're in your late 20s?
35.
35. So he's got a quarter of a century of work that he's put in under his Grandmaster.
So I said I wanted to show y'all this joint manipulation. I think I gave y'all a bit in peace, enough for today.
Yes.
I'm going to let the Brother Blue close out. Thank you, Brother.
Thank you.
So again, family, we have set forth some beautiful demonstrations for the audience here on this Saturday afternoon. You know what I'm saying? My specialties, I guess, I always be rolling them push-ups out. You know what I'm saying? So I think I could probably give you a routine. Since we were talking about supersetting, I'm trying to think, what can I give you, family? In terms,
we haven't done any deltoid work yet. You want to? I mean, for something for you want to close out with a deltoid, or what would you like to do in your thing? Or you want to think about it, and I'll do a deltoid, and if you come up with something, I'll hit that. Oh, you gonna take off your ring?
If you want to
get busy,
if you want to hit me with a,
well, all right, yeah.
I'll demo for you, if that's the case, just to show proper form.
He's going to do a dumbbell fly. And again, this is 20 pounds. I would suggest starting this lighter, starting this with maybe even 5 or 10. The same stance, the foundation that our brother just gave us, that's the perfect core. Feet approximately shoulder width or slightly inside shoulder width gives you a slight buoyancy. And then you're simply raising the dumbbells right up to eye level. And you bring them down in a controlled manner. Another visualization, you can think like you have 2 pitchers of water in your hand and you're lifting them up and you're pouring them both out. That turning at the top is what hits the deltoid head. So slow and controlled, it's 1, and you get the negative resistance coming down. 2, negative resistance coming down. You want to build your shoulders. This deltoid muscle, this has to be an essential part of your routine.
Alright, so we're gonna demo.
Right in.
We're gonna do some of these joints.
Exactly.
Like the brother said.
Good positioning. Yep.
Yes.
Exactly.
Stern as a bow, right?
1. Yeah. Now bring it down. That's a little too far back. You want to keep it in the front track of motion. So like about right here. Bring that one forward. Yes. Now bring them both down. Right there. Exactly. Now right up from there. Now you set and bring them down. You don't even have to pause when you get to the top. Once you hit your height, bring it right back down to the side. He is setting his deltoids on fire with this. Good range. Maybe about 3 more of those. 1, control it coming down. Don't come back. Keep it forward. 2. 1 more. Keep it forward.
Exhale and out.
3. These are hard to do. Excellent. All right. And even making that the last one. So what else you want to throw in there, Pill? He don't want to stop.
You know.
Well, first of all, you did feel that burn in your delts.
Excellent range of motion.
Yeah.
You know, almost want to take my shirt off just to show you the muscle at work. You know what I'm saying? I ain't stunting. So I can feel the burn, and that's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
So I'm open. You see how I don't even want to let go of these joints.
Yeah.
Superset wise, is there something they could jump directly into after that?
They could go right to a front dumbbell fly. Same thing, keeping the anchor. Control is going to be rough because you're going to feel it, but you can try it right from there, right in front, like right there, front, and one at a time, coming straight up in a controlled manner. This time he's hitting the front deltoids. Yeah, it's a slight bend. 1, excellent, good form, hitting all the deltoid head. Good form. Get positive and work it going up and working it coming back down. Positive and negative resistance. Excellent. You want to build the front part of your deltoid. This has to be in the mix. 2, exactly. I wouldn't even make 1 more of each. I would make that the last. Excellent. Yes, that plus the shrugs, the laterals. You got a good routine. Anything else you want to close out with?
I think we gave him enough.
Okay, and again, we're going to have installments like this, Godbody, and we got to give good brother Pill. He is the brain behind this. He said, yo, guys, we got to start doing this, and I'm on board because he's called me. He's bringing in brilliant brothers like my brother here.
Right. It's a conversation that we've been having for a while, even with Sadnetta, emphasizing the introduction at some point of health consciousness into the conscious community, into these platforms. So I think with the untimely demise of our great elder, Dr. Sabi, we knew that we had to step it up.
Yes.
So I put the call out to all of my family that deal with health, wellness, fitness, and things of that nature. It's time to bring the forms in the schools together, and let's bring it out here so the people can actually deal with operable information rather than speculative.
Exactly.
Rather than people throwing words at them or them spreading memes about what fitness entails. let's bring it to them. Let's show it to them.
Yeah,
Let's motivate the people right in their living room, since this is their form of entertainment. They look at this like TV.
I'm telling you.
You can wake up in the morning. You can do it. Your lady can do it. Your baby can do it. You know what I'm saying? So we just want to bring that information, that potent information to the family that they can actually use to better themselves.
Right, and if I can just add, we're going to be bringing local brothers that you may have seen or may not have seen. And on the martial arts tip, we're going to have Mahalio Pathia. You already saw him. Had a great clip. He's going to be here on Godbody. We're going to have Lamar Thornton. We're going to have brothers from Harlem Doju. We're going to have Fight Back Intelligently again from Mahalio. We're going to have Sensei Marvin Gatlin. He's a 125th Street legend. If you come here, you see him full fatigue. He has a toy. He's going to do a demo here. And the sisters are going to be on here. There's some great sisters that do yoga teaching, weight training. There's a sister, Phyllis Spencer, retired Apollo model, retired police officer. She is a killer aerobics instructor. So we're going to be pulling out some of the brilliance we have right here available in the community. It's going to be seen on Godbody. So if you appreciate it, give us your likes and subscribe to Baba TV, Sarnetta TV, Black News 102, Know the Ledge. This is your social media. We'll be as great as you allow us to be, but we need your support.
Indeed, and we will be doing a live demo in the park, inviting the family to come out and actually participate with us in a live setting, because we want to also show you, what to put in your body to re-energize yourself.
Exactly.
Bring the body more, to a state of electricity, like the brother Congo was on Baba TV talking about last night. And just, to make sure that the family is getting what we're saying about breathing and getting what we're saying about form. We're going to be doing some live demonstrations out here in Harlem in the park. I believe that we're going to be setting that off next week. Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday.
Yes, next Sunday. So Sunday morning, we will be doing this demonstration here in Harlem. I'm going to shoot this information to Baba before this program goes up, so you can have the timing, location, and everything. But come out. Bring the whole family. You know what I'm saying? This is a free event. You could come and see us for free, participate with what we are offering. You know what I mean? And let's grow from there, y'all.
Right. And just one last thing to get to my brother. We are trying to inspire you. Even right out here, you see people, as the brother was getting the stance, several people was getting the stance with him. If you're watching this home, we do want to inspire you, but we also always want to have that disclaimer. This is information-based. You always want to get a full checkup before starting any exercise regimen. Why? There are some conditions that don't manifest with symptoms. You need to know your blood pressure. You need to know what your sugar level is, especially if in your family high blood pressure is an issue. If in your family cardiovascular disease is an issue. If in your family obesity is an issue, you don't want to take that lightly. That means in some ways the deck is stacked. But guess what? You can reshuffle the deck by the way you eat, the way you live, how much rest you get, whether you choose to ingest toxins or not, nicotine, caffeine, not even to mention the illicit and illegal drugs. If you want to live a certain way, you got to practice and live a certain life. Now, it doesn't have to happen overnight, but if you make that commitment, we're going to be here to walk you through the process. You got brothers and sisters that's going to be here that live it, and that are going to be able to teach it to you in a way that's digestible and understandable. We're going to break it down to layman's term. My brother, you want to add to that?
Pretty much. I look forward to coming back and giving more demonstrations. You can look me up on Instagram. That's Ty Levy, TAI_LEVY. And I look forward to hitting y'all up, and let me getting busy. Leave your comments, any concerns and questions, and we'll take it from there. All right, peace and love.
Peace and love.
Yes,
and look me up, Herman Smalls on Facebook. Herman Smalls, HERMAN, Smalls, SMALLS on Facebook. If you want some fitness pointers, just hit me up, inbox me, and I'll be more than happy to answer any question for you.
Blue Pillar 44, all right? BLUEPILLAR 44. That's on Instagram. Again, if you have any requests for the family, make sure that you either put them in the comment section or you hit one of us on social media. If you want us to deal with a specific exercise or a specific discipline, make sure that you reach out to us. Let us know what you need so we can service you. You know what I'm saying? Because not only do we have the pleasure of bringing forward this information to inspire you, we're learning as well. When we go back and dig a little bit deeper and trade dialogue and you know what I'm saying, and we get an opportunity to learn about these great grandmasters that we haven't learned about, you know, and we get a chance to, like the brother said, sometimes it could be random people walking up down this block. There's masters. You would never know. So we're going to bring a lot more people out of the shadows, introduce them to you. You've met the intellectuals, you've met the scholars, you know what I'm saying? You've met the warrior scholars. Now it's time to, you know, meet our masters. You know what I'm saying? Our masters in fitness, our masters in the art forms and things of that. So peace, love, and light. We appreciate the opportunity. Shout out to Baba TV. Fire every time. You don't know. All right, to the family out there.
Thank you, Baba, for giving us a platform.
Peace. Hold on. This little man, he gonna give you 30.
Knock him out. That's the topic to hit on right there.
All right, take this show here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14.
My little man, getting it.
21,
Lift your head up.
4, 5,
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9, 30.
Make it rain, make it rain.
That's right. Young man accepts donations. You know what I'm saying? Show him your appreciation. I got
Give
you.
him some hand sanitizer for doing push-ups out on this ground. That's what we're doing. But you did good, young man. You did good. You did good. You did good.
Yes, indeed. Like we keep telling you, family, it's so easy. A baby can do it. You know what I'm saying? So get with the information. Don't run from it. Run to it, man. Peace, love, and light, y'all. All right? See that?
That's what it's really all about.
Yeah, let's reward our youngsters. Let's create a reward system around the young ones that are able to, you know, utilize their fitness and achieve the things that we need all of our babies aspiring for. Let the babies offer the inspiration as well as we inspire them. It's reciprocal. You know what I'm saying? It's centrifugal. All right?
Make it rain on the babies to do good. That was a poor example of our reward system. When the young ones show out and do what they do, reward them. Because they have a lot of other people out there that will reward them for doing iniquities and all kind of negativity. So let's begin. If y'all make it rain on the strippers all day and encourage them to sell their bodies, make it rain on the babies when they do things in front of us. Okay, that's one of the biggest problems that we have, that the adults, grown folks, have dropped the ball on the children and they don't respect us because we don't respect them. So salute to all of they just helped save lives with the information that they gave on how to breathe, right? This is something that's applicable in the now, not theory or pontification. This man is giving you information. These men are giving you applicable sciences, and you might not be able to apply. Well, how that's going to help me pay my bills? Well, guess what? When you have bills that are late, you have to sit down and breathe. You have to be able to think. You have to be able to breathe right in order to conceptualize how it is that you're going to go about and manifest the money in order to pay the bill. So no doubt, man. Thank y'all for everything that y'all doing.
Thank you.
All right, again, y'all. Peace, love, and light. Until the next episode, peace.